Your private conversations with ChatGPT are not private, and the spy isn't the AI. It's a piece of software you probably installed yourself, hiding in plain sight inside your browser. And right now, it could be reading everything you type. For nearly 1 million people, this isn't a hypothetical. This is happening. Two hugely popular Chrome extensions masquerading as helpful AI assistants have been caught red-handed. They've been systematically stealing entire chat histories, every website you visit, even sensitive corporate data, and beaming it all to a remote server every 30 minutes. This isn't a bug, it's a heist. And tonight, we're pulling back the curtain on how they did it, who's behind it, and most importantly, how to find out if you're one of the victims. Stay with me, because you need to check your browser after you watch this. Let's start with the criminals. We're talking about two specific Chrome extensions that, combined, have over 900,000 active installations. The first one is called ChatGPT for Chrome with GPT-5, Claude Sonnet, and DeepSeek AI. It had over 600,000 users and was even given a featured badge by Google for a while. The second is AI Sidebar with DeepSeek, ChatGPT, Claude, and Extra, with another 300,000 users. Their genius was in their simplicity. They promised to be an all-in-one sidebar, letting you talk to multiple AIs like Gemini, Claude, and DeepSeek without switching tabs. It's a genuinely useful idea. So useful, in fact, that they were directly impersonating a legitimate, safe extension from a company called Itopia, which has over 1 million users of its own. The attackers just copied the idea, gave it a slightly different name, and flooded the Chrome web store. And people downloaded it in droves, because who wouldn't want that convenience? Here's how the trap was sprung. When you install one of these, it asks for permissions. One of those permissions is to collect anonymous, non-identifiable analytics to help them improve the AI sidebar experience. It sounds harmless, standard. We click accept without a second thought. But that single click was the key to the entire kingdom. That permission gave the extension the ability to read the content of every web page you visit. Once installed, the malware gets to work. It actively scans the code of the web page, looking for the specific building blocks, the DOM elements that make up a ChatGPT or DeepSeek conversation. When it finds them, it doesn't just grab a snippet. It copies the entire conversation, your prompts, the AI's answers, everything. It then bundles that up with a list of every single tab you have open, your Google searches, your bank's homepage, your company's internal dashboard, your private messages. It stores all of this locally in your browser. And then, like clockwork, every 30 minutes, it sends the entire package to a command and control server. Servers with names like chatsaigpt.com. They're not even trying to be subtle. But here's where the story takes a bizarre, almost poetic twist. To make themselves look legitimate, the attackers needed a professional-looking privacy policy. So where did they host these fake policies? They used an AI-powered website development platform called Lovable. They literally used AI to build a convincing cover story to help them steal data from people using other AIs. It's a snake eating its own tail. So we have 900,000 users having their data siphoned off every half hour. That's the main story, discovered in early January 2026 by security researcher Moshe Siman Tov Bustan. It's a huge breach, but it's not even the biggest one. Because while this was happening, a completely separate, even more insidious campaign was underway, and this one affects over 8 million people. The second story involves a company called Urban Cybersecurity. They offered a suite of extensions, many of them promising to protect your privacy. One of their popular tools was designed to, ironically, prevent tracking. People installed it to feel safe, and for a while, it was perfectly fine. It did what it said on the tin. Then, on July 9th, 2025, the extension automatically updated itself to version 5.5.0. No warning, no new permission pop-ups, just a silent background update, which Chrome does by design. But this update carried a poison pill. The extension, which millions trusted for privacy, was reprogrammed to become a spy. It began intercepting and recording user chats from not one or two, but 8 different AI platforms: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity, DeepSeek, Grok, and Meta AI. If you typed it into a major AI, this privacy extension was reading it. It didn't matter if you had its features turned on or off. The logging was always active, silently capturing your most private thoughts, your business ideas, your code snippets, your therapy sessions with a bot. And the motive here wasn't vague espionage. It was pure, cold, hard cash. The data wasn't just being stored. It was being funneled directly to Urban Cybersecurity's parent company, a data broker named ByScience. Your intimate conversations with an AI were being packaged and sold to advertisers. Your private rants about your boss or your secret business plan were being turned into marketing analytics. It's a profound betrayal of trust, turning a shield into a weapon, and it happened to over 8 million people who were none the wiser unless they decided to read privacy policies for fun after a minor version update. This brings up a huge debate. When Malwarebytes researchers exposed this, they found that Urban Cybersecurity had technically updated its privacy policy to disclose the AI chat collection. It was buried deep in the settings and legal text, but it was there. So, is that consent? If a company silently updates a product to start spying on you, but mentions it in a fine print you never read, are they off the hook? The auto-update mechanism, designed for security and convenience, becomes a Trojan horse. You agreed to the original terms, not the new ones they pushed on you in the middle of the night. The fallout from these attacks goes far beyond just personal embarrassment. Think about what people use these AIs for. Developers paste proprietary code to get help debugging. Executives draft sensitive business strategies. Lawyers research confidential case law. All of that data exfiltrated. For the 900,000 users of the impersonator apps, the malware was also grabbing a list of every URL they visited. This is a corporate spy's dream come true. You can map out an entire organization's internal network structure, discover secret project URLs, and even steal authentication tokens or API keys that might be visible in the browser session data. One security firm, Rico.ai, pointed out that this threat sidesteps most traditional corporate security. Companies have firewalls and network monitoring, but they have a massive blind spot when it comes to the SaaS apps and browser extensions their employees use. This is why experts are now scrambling to update security frameworks, with over 140 controls in the latest CIS benchmark for Microsoft 365 being flagged as relevant to mitigating this kind of browser-based threat. Your company's multi-million-dollar security system can be completely bypassed by one employee installing a helpful AI sidebar. And what about the gatekeeper in all of this? The Chrome Web Store. As of late January 2026, even after being publicly exposed by multiple security firms, these malicious extensions were still available for download. Google did eventually remove the featured badge from the 600,000 install extension. But that's like taking away the valet parking spot after the car has already been stolen and stripped for parts. The fact that extensions with nearly 1 million installs, proven to be exfiltrating user data, can remain live on the store raises serious questions about Google's vetting and response process. The ecosystem is broken. So, what do you do right now? This is the most important part. You need to become your own security analyst. First, open your Chrome browser and go to your extensions. You can type chrome://extensions in your address bar. I want you to look for two names specifically: ChatGPT for Chrome with GPT-5, Claude Sonnet and DeepSeek AI, and AI sidebar with DeepSeek, ChatGPT, Claude, and Extra. But names can be changed. The real identifiers are their Chrome IDs. I'm going to give them to you. The first one is FNMIHDOJ MNKCLGJP COONOK MKHJPJECHG. The second is INHCGFP BFDJ BJOG DFJB CLG OLKMHNOOP. Check your installed extensions against these IDs. If you find a match, uninstall it immediately. Don't just disable it, remove it. Second, if you had one of these installed, you have to assume the worst. Change your passwords. Not just for ChatGPT or your Google account, but for any sensitive site you may have visited while the extension was active. That includes your bank, your email, your company portals. Third, if you're a developer or work in tech, rotate any API keys or access tokens that might have been part of your AI conversations or visible in your browser. These are as good as passwords to a skilled attacker. Fourth, enable multi-factor authentication on every critical account you have. Use an app like Google Authenticator or hardware key if you can. This is your single best defense against a credential leak. This whole mess is a stark reminder that in the gold rush for AI convenience, we are creating brand new landscapes for criminals to operate in. The browser isn't just a window to the internet anymore. It's the battleground. And the tools we install to make our lives easier can become the very weapons used against us. The line between a helpful assistant and a digital spy has never been blurrier. So please, take 5 minutes after this video. Check your extensions. Share this video with someone you know. because there are still hundreds of thousands of people out there right now, completely unaware that their every move is being watched. Be skeptical, be vigilant, and stay safe.